Have you ever wondered why love seems to bring more suffering rather than joy in your life? As a chosen one, your path is different. Love for you is not just a feeling, it's a test, a transformation, and at times, a heavy burden. Unlike others, you don't love in halves. You love deeply, completely, and unconditionally. But with that depth comes pain, rejection, and lessons that most will never understand. This video is for those who have felt the weight of love's suffering, not because they are weak, but because they are meant for something greater. Before we dive in, if this message has reached you at the perfect time, exactly when you needed it most, type 1111 in the comment section as a sign of divine alignment. Also, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on content that speaks directly to your soul. Now, let's explore the 8 reasons why, for a chosen one, love leads to more suffering. 1. You love at a deeper frequency. For the chosen ones, love is not just a feeling or an attachment. It is a divine, spiritual experience. It is something that transcends the physical, extending into the energetic and the ethereal. When you love, you don't merely connect with someone's personality, words, or actions. You connect with their very essence, their unspoken pain, their untold stories, and the wounds they try to hide from the world. Your love vibrates on a frequency that is rare, intense, and transformative. While others may form relationships based on convenience, surface-level attraction, or fleeting emotions, you seek something much deeper, something sacred, profound, and unshakable. But this depth of love often leaves you feeling alone in a world where most people are accustomed to shallow connections. It can be disheartening to realize that the love you give so freely is not always reciprocated with the same intensity. Instead of being met with an equal exchange of devotion, you often find yourself misunderstood, unappreciated, or even taken for granted. People may enjoy the way you love, but few can truly match it. And so, the chosen ones suffer in love. Not because they love too much, but because the world is not always ready to receive such an all-encompassing, soul-awakening love. 2. You attract the broken but cannot fix them. Your presence is magnetic, drawing in those who are lost, fragmented, or in search of healing. There is something about your energy, an aura of understanding, a vibration of warmth, a feeling of home that makes people gravitate toward you. Those who are carrying deep emotional wounds, unresolved traumas, and hidden pain find solace in your light. They come to you consciously or subconsciously, hoping that your love will heal them, that your strength will lift them, and that your presence will fill the void they have carried for so long. And because you are a chosen one, because you see people for who they truly are beyond their masks, you feel an innate desire to help them, to nurture them, to pour your love into their brokenness until they are whole again. But the painful truth is this: you cannot fix anyone who is not willing to heal themselves. No matter how much love you give, no matter how deeply you care, healing is an internal process, one that each person must walk through on their own. And so, time and time again, you may find yourself drained, emotionally exhausted, and heartbroken, as you give everything to people who are not yet ready to receive it or reciprocate it. The chosen ones suffer in love because they love with the hope of transformation, only to realize that some souls are not meant to be healed by them, but by their own inner work. 3. Love exposes your shadows. Love for a chosen one is not just about warmth, comfort, or companionship. It is a mirror that reflects back all the wounds, fears, and hidden insecurities buried deep within the soul. When you open your heart to another, you do not just experience the beauty of love, you also come face to face with the pain that still lingers in your subconscious. Old traumas from childhood resurface. Past heartbreaks echo through your mind, and fears you thought you had overcome suddenly demand to be acknowledged. The fear of abandonment may creep in, whispering doubts in your ear. The wounds of rejection may resurface, making you question your worth. Love, instead of being a place of ease, becomes a battlefield where you must confront the parts of yourself you have long suppressed. This is why many chosen ones suffer in silence, Because while love is supposed to bring joy, it also forces them to face the shadows within. It is a process of healing, of shedding old patterns, of learning to navigate the depth of their own emotions. Unlike others who may run from this self-exploration, you embrace it, even when it hurts. You understand that love is not just about connection. It is about evolution, transformation, and the unearthing of truths that most people are too afraid to face. 4. People fear what they cannot control. A chosen one's love is not something that can be tamed, manipulated, or confined within the rigid expectations of society. It is a love that is free, unfiltered, and powerful. So powerful that it often makes people uncomfortable. In a world where many have been conditioned to seek safe, predictable, and easily controlled relationships, your love stands as a force of nature, raw, unapologetic, and deeply transformative. And because of this, people fear it. They do not know how to handle a love that cannot be owned, a love that demands authenticity, a love that challenges them to grow. They may try to downplay its significance, dismiss its intensity, or even reject it entirely, not because you are unworthy, but because they are not ready. The truth is, most people are not accustomed to real love. They are used to attachments that do not require deep emotional work. Your love forces them to face their limitations, their unresolved pain, and their inability to love fully. And instead of rising to meet you where you are, they retreat. This rejection can be one of the most painful experiences for a chosen one. But it is not a reflection of your value. It is proof of your rarity. You are not too much. You are simply more than they can handle, and that is not your burden to carry. 5. You have a higher purpose that love often distracts you from. Many chosen ones are not meant to live ordinary lives. They have a mission, a higher calling that extends beyond personal relationships. Their path is one of awakening, enlightenment, and transformation, not just for themselves but for the world. Love, as beautiful as it is, can sometimes serve as a distraction from this divine purpose. You may find yourself deeply attached to someone, only to have them unexpectedly removed from your life. It may feel like a cruel punishment, like a betrayal from the universe, but in reality, it is a form of protection. You are meant to grow, to rise, to step fully into your power, and sometimes the people you love are not meant to walk that path with you. They may hold you back, keep you tied to an old version of yourself, or prevent you from fully embracing your potential. The suffering comes from having to let go of those you once cherished, from realizing that love does not always mean alignment. It is a painful lesson, but a necessary one. Love, when it is meant for you, will never take you away from your purpose. Instead, it will support it, elevate it, and align with it. 6. You feel love more intensely, including the pain of loss. When a chosen one loves, they do so with every fiber of their being. Their love is not passive, detached, or indifferent. It is all-consuming, transformative, and deeply felt. But this also means that when love is lost, the pain cuts deeper than most could ever understand. A breakup, a betrayal, or the absence of a loved one is not just an emotional inconvenience, it feels like the collapse of an entire world. The weight of heartbreak lingers longer, the echoes of love lost stay imprinted on the soul, and the pain is magnified in a way that others cannot comprehend. This does not mean you are weak. On the contrary, it means you are truly alive. In a world where many numb their emotions, distract themselves from grief, and avoid the depth of feeling, you embrace it all, the beauty, the agony, the longing. And while this means you will experience suffering, it also means you will experience love in its purest form. The chosen ones suffer not because they love too much, but because they are among the rare few who truly know what love is. And in the end, that is a gift, even when it hurts. 7. You are tested through love. Chosen ones are not given an easy path. Every love you experience carries a lesson. Some come to teach you self-worth, others come to awaken your strength, and some come to remind you that not everyone is meant to stay. The suffering you endure in love is not meaningless. It is preparing you for something greater. You are being shaped by the fire, refined into the person you are meant to be. But this process is painful, and at times it may feel like love is more of a curse than a blessing. 8. You love without conditions, but the world loves with them. In a world where love is often based on convenience, conditions, and self-interest, a chosen one's love stands apart. You love purely, selflessly, without expectations. But this world does not always return that love. People are used to love that is transactional, temporary, or tied to personal gain. When you offer something deeper, they either take advantage of it or fail to appreciate it. This can lead to disappointment, heartache, and a sense of isolation. But know this, your love is rare, and just because others cannot see its value does not mean it is not priceless. The suffering you experience in love is not a punishment, it is a path. You were never meant to love like the rest of the world. You were meant to love in a way that transforms, awakens, and elevates. Though it may bring pain, it also brings wisdom, strength, and a connection to something far greater than yourself. This is the Zillion Mind channel. If this message has resonated with you, let the universe know by commenting 11 below. Your journey is not a mistake, and your love is not in vain. Subscribe for more insights that guide you toward your true path, and remember, your love is powerful, even if the world does not yet understand it. Until next time, stay strong, stay awakened, and keep shining your light. Thank you for watching.